Was good, man. Oh my goodness. I'm about to look at the stats. Let's look at the stats. What stats should we be looking at? I don't know. Maybe the fact that I'm at 90 subscribers and I haven't posted a video in three, 3 months. July 26th was the last time I posted a video on this account. I don't know what to say, but guess what? Shout out Gavin, bruh. He at work right now. See, I've been wanting to do these, but you can obviously tell that. But at the same time, the lighting during the day sucks. So I have to wait till nighttime, and a lot of the times at night, Gavin's here. But shout out G, he worked today. I did try one night. No, I don't remember, but I had some company or something. But yeah, we're back, man. And guess what? NBA season is back in full effect, and that's all I'm going to talk about today. Probably not going to be on for a while. I'm just look at the standings. I should have did a pre NBA like preseason thing where I told my teams. I still do one. It's still pretty early. Not even a week, basically, or a weekend, basically, give or take. But yeah, man, just glad to be back. Hoping to get back to that grind at least once a week, because you gotta think about it. When I used to be trying to do once or twice, no, not once, but twice or 3 times a week, there's not anything to talk about. It'd have to be like a spontaneous, oh wow, look, this happened. But even then, like I wanted to talk about the cat trade, all that. But I'm gonna go through every team standings wise and just talk about what I think about their teams. So yeah, let's do that. And we're gonna start with what is now the best conference in the NBA, which was not deemed that a while ago. I don't know, but the East has been stacked. So at 4-0, we have the Cavs, and of course the Boston Celtics, who they took down the Bucks yesterday. And Peyton Pritchard, shout out Peyton Pritchard. He had 8 threes. I think he had 28 points. All that. Jaylen Brown had 30. JT had 15, but they got the dub. I think he's my early MVP favorite because he's on a vengeance. He got benched during Team USA, so he has that right. But the Cavs, man, they beat the Knicks. I'm gonna get to the Knicks too. Evan Mobley. But Darius Garland did have 34. Evan Mobley started to come out of that shell that they've had him in as a defensive-minded big and show that he can actually score the ball, and I like that. If he's more aggressive, this team's gonna be tough to stop, because when Evan Mobley got drafted, I knew his offensive capabilities from high school and college. Like, he could shoot the three, he can stretch the floor, he can play in the post, and he can defend at a very high level. And I'm feeling it. Shout out the Cavs, man. Got a new coach, and it's looking like they're going to have, I'm not going to say they're going to be the best team in the East, but I feel like they're going to have a really good season. Per usual, it's just that playoffs. Can Donovan Mitchell lead them? That's the real question. At 3-1, or the Orlando Magic. I have been high on the Magic for a bit. I've been high on Paolo Banchero forever, and he just dropped 50. People, I don't know, man. The fact that he dropped 50 and they almost lost, that says a lot. Come on, Franz. Franz got paid this offseason. He had 7 points. Jalen Suggs. I saw a TikTok a little bit ago, not even 30 minutes ago, probably. It was like, Jalen Suggs going to be in the Turkish league soon. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's been playing good for the last couple of years. He got a deal. And the dude was like, not for basketball, for that hairline. And I was dead because his line is thinning. And he's only, what? 23. He's only 23. He a young guy, one of those one and dones who came in, contributed. He's a really good player for them, really solid piece. He's just a two guard, and I think what they need, Anthony Black. I think he can play the one. He's a big guard, but he can play the one, dog. If they get him developed as he don't even have to be a pass first point guard. He could just be a guy who can distribute the ball and score as well. So I like it. He had a clutch shot too. They got KCP. That's gonna be good. I'm not saying he's gonna contribute a lot. He's gonna go to that vet role, but he can still contribute. If they make a playoff run, he's gonna play. I just think he is. Wendell Carter, he gonna do what he gonna do. They have a pretty solid team. I don't really have to talk about the Celtics because we know they came back, same roster. Porzingis is out, and they're still dominating the NBA. So what else should I say? JT, JB, they both got something to prove, even though they just won the championship. That's crazy when a team has something to prove. Derek White has had a great start to the season in my book. He's going to do what he's going to do, and Drew Holiday is going to be the same way. That's why those two are very similar-minded. They can both shoot the three. They both defend. They can both play make. And they're both big and strong. So that's a crazy backcourt, in my opinion. One of the most underrated backcourts because they don't put up the craziest numbers, but their impact is second to none. Like, when I think about backcourts, I think about Luka, Kyrie. You even could sneak in Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, but Drew Holiday and Derek White are a top. I feel like they're the best backcourt in the league just because of their defensive side of the ball. But, again, Kyrie and Luka do exist, and you got to give them the edge. But after them, it's nothing crazy. I'm giving it to the boys in the Celtics. Magic Heat have had a 2-1 start so far. They beat my Pistons. I can't wait to get to them, man. We're not 0-4 bad. We're not, but Heat, they got what they got. Shout out Cade. Oh, I'm talking about the Heat. Jimmy, they got the same squad. They're gonna run it back. One guy I do want to see them incorporate into the lineup is Khalil Ware, who, when he got drafted there, I immediately was like, oh, he's going to play. And when he plays, he going to start at the 5. And Bam Adebayo is going to start at the 4. And that's going to work wonders for them. But he hasn't played yet, so we'll see. But I'm telling you, down the line, watch out for them. Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier was an insane pickup last year. You don't understand. That pickup was insane because he fits their scheme of basketball. So, yeah. Heat looking good. It's always for the Heat, it's always a tale of can they stay healthy? And the answer is always yes. And then when that postseason comes, well, up until last year, we could have said until that postseason comes. But Jimmy being injured last season during the playoffs hurt them. But I'm telling you, when healthy, I don't care what the roster looking like. Somehow, some way, Jimmy Butler is going to lead his team and beat somebody. They do it every time. They always beat somebody every year. It's just insane to me. Jimmy is one of the most underrated leaders that basketball has seen, in my opinion, because you just don't see that happening that often. 5, the Bulls at 2-2. I'm saying it's early, but hey, I saw Lonzo, man. It's happy. So happy to see that Lonzo's back active, as he just got sidelined with a wrist injury. But as long as it ain't that knee, man. If it ain't that knee, we good, man. I'm happy to see Lonzo back in the court. I feel like once he's not, I feel like they say he's 100%, but I seen him play. He's not going all out, but he's doing what's necessary to win. He's one of those guys that's like a Derek White, Drew Holiday. Like, they gonna play, but Lonzo as a point guard is healthy. Point guard he had the Bulls looking like a championship contender when healthy last, with DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vucevic, Pat Williams. Like, they had Caruso. Like, they had what it took. Like, that backcourt, when they both were in the game, they were causing havoc. Of Caruso and Lonzo Ball when healthy, yeah. But Zach LaVine's back to his old ways, man. He gonna score that basketball. He gonna score that basketball, win, lose, or draw. He gonna score that basketball. Kobe White too. He gonna score that basketball. I like Kobe White though. One of my favorites, dating back to college. He used to give Duke the work at UNC, but he was one of those guys that when he got drafted, a lot of people had question marks like, will Kobe White produce this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. And I trusted the process. I'm like, he coming off the bench. He was coming off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. And then once, I don't even know, like, he just took off last year. And he ain't looking back. I'm telling you. He one of those guys who, when he get that green light, he got the green light. He gonna go and shoot that belt. He gonna shoot that basketball. Pat Williams, again, I don't know, man. Pat Williams has just always been, I can't explain it. See, that's one thing about the Bulls. They still have faith in him. And I do too. I just got to see it, man. I just got to see it. I got to see it, man. I got to see it in action. He gotta flip that switch or something to be a top 5 pick. You need to be producing right now. But hey, to each his own. Vucevic, of course, Kobe. They picked up Josh Giddey. Skip all the jokes. I don't care. He's going to be he's going to play a very pivotal part in their success. Their success in general. I don't care if they don't make the playoffs. When they succeed, I think Josh Giddey's going to be a part of that. Because why? He can pass the ball. And he can play make. Just like Lonzo. You see what I'm getting at here? Off the bench. And then Jalen Smith. That was a good addition in my opinion. He's still young. Stretch. He can do a lot of things. But just said no. Hawks. Trae Young. Back to his old ways. They lost to the Wizards. I'm going to get to them. But Trae Young back to his old ways. He putting up crazy numbers. Jalen Johnson had that leap year last year. One of my favorite guys ever since he was in high school. Zach Risachet. I feel like he's going to come around and be a good wing in the league. I've talked about this before. I like his upside. He just got to get more efficient. That's it. And put on more weight. But other than that, he has potential. He's not even starting yet. Oh, well, he started his first game the other day, I think. Couldn't compare it. Dyson Daniels was a good addition because he can play defense. And he's still only 21, man. These guys are young, and people be like, they be writing them off too early. But no, Dyson Daniels has the potential to be a really good basketball player, like a Derek White. If he get that jumper right. I'm telling you. Garrison Matthews, elite three-point shooter. Larry Nance Jr. Their roster isn't anything crazy. Where's Big O? Is Big O? I guess Big O. They need him. They for sure need Big O off the bench. Wizards. They beat the Hawks. Kyle Kuzma had a 25-point game. Alex Sarr. I feel like his stats are going to be iffy. I have faith in his career, though. Once he's another guy who just has to be efficient and put on more weight, too. Yes, sir. Bilal Coulibaly, man. I like what I'm seeing from him, too. He is still super young. He's 20. And he has the potential to be a great wing in the league. Jordan Poole, again, like I said, had a good game. He hit the dagger. He's getting his confidence back. People tried to write him off last season, saying, oh, no, he's coming off the bench, this, that, and the third. Draymond Green punched him out the league. Like, he's not him no more. But he getting that confidence back. Letting him ride, man. I don't know if they want to win this year. But if they win, if they lose, if they draw, Jordan Poole's going to get his. Same with Kyle Kuzma. They both are guns. They going to shoot that ball, and they going to score it. I don't care if it's at a high clip, low clip, whatever. They going to score.
Kispert with 21. I like Corey Kispert. He's one of my. I like him.
6'7" sniper, and he cuts off the ball.
Good player. Bub Carrington was a great addition.
Because if you think about it, let's just say you're trying to build your lineup for the future with the Wizards. Bub is a point guard, so run him at the 1. I'd run Jordan Poole at the 2. Ooh, I'd run Bilal Coulibaly at the 3. Kuzma 4.
If Sarr puts on more weight, he will play the 5, I think, in the league. But Valanciunas is there, so.
But off the bench, Corey Kispert, Sarr, all that. Like, they have potential. They got a lot of young guys, man. That's the thing. You got to have youth. They even got Keyshawn George over here, who hasn't really played, and he's really tough.
One of those rookies.
I'm telling you, man, this league is becoming younger and younger by the day.
Nets at 8. I know who's about to.
They're playing right now. They're actually beating the Nuggets. Wow.
But I'm gonna look at their last game. I'm not gonna look at this game right now.
Like Sunday they beat the Bucks. What's up with the Bucks right now? They're low. You see, I haven't talked about them yet.
Cam Johnson, 13. Ben Simmons, 2-6-6. I still have faith in you, Ben Simmons. Cam Thomas
is averaging 30 on the season. Let that sink in. Cam Thomas averaging 30 on the season. They got rid of Mikal Bridges, and he's going to shoot that thing. He might be a bigger gun than MPJ. Now that he's not restricted, he going to shoot the ball, and he's going to score it. And Coach can't get mad at all. Depending, I don't know about the Nets, man. I don't know if they're going to be a playoff play-in team, but I don't know, man. They traded Mikal, dog. That was a big part of their not even youth. Mikal getting older, but, of their squad.
9 Sixers. No Embiid, no PG. I don't care.
That boy, Tyrese Maxey, is going to shoot the air out of the ball. I saw him shoot 17 threes the other night and hit 5. And he still had 45 points. And he's going to shoot that ball.
They got Caleb Martin. That was a good addition, in my opinion. Andre Drummond back. Kelly Oubre. Of course, like I said, Maxey, Kyle Lowry. Eric Gordon was a good pickup. I like Jared McCain, man. For the future or for the now. He can be a spot-up shooter if you need him. He can defend. He can play make. He can do a lot of things. And people tend to write him off because of the TikTok and stuff. But, yeah, that's your brand. People writing him off for exposing and enlarging his brand and audience, the joke is on you, brother. Because I've supported Jared McCain since he was in high school. I'm the same age as the dude. So why would I hate on somebody my age when I want to one day work around these guys? You feel me? So shout out Jared McCain, dog. Legend, boy. Legend. Knicks. They were built to beat the Celtics. And what happened that first game? I'm going to leave it there. Celtics gave them boys the work. Telling you, I think the Cavs. I'll start talking about the Cavs. Jalen Brunson. Like, on paper, see, that cat trade messed. I don't know, bruh. See, Mitchell Robinson being hurt does a lot. Because if Mitch Robinson doesn't go down, I think Julius Randle's still in town. And even when he comes back, Cat running at the 4, I'm going to see a way different Knicks team. They're going to space the floor and create. But they traded Dante DiVincenzo. But Deuce McBride has stepped up tremendously for them in that role. Miles Bridges got his jumper back after the first half of that Celtics game. Cat, he got to play the 5. He got to
get back into that role of playing the 5 because he played the 4 with Rudy Gobert in Minnesota, and now he gotta do a lot of the dirty work, man. But like I said, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, Josh Hart putting up 16 and 13 is the most Josh Hart stat line ever. Josh Hart is a dog. He bet on himself, bruh. And he's making it. And he's elite at what he does. He is the definition of a glue guy in the NBA. Can't be mad at it. After that, the Hornets, LaMelo Ball is coming out on a tear lately. LaMelo Ball has been on a tear as of late. And even though they're 1-2, LaMelo is another guy who could be considered a gun. But he has the potential to be, he is one of the best playmakers in the NBA. So you can't really call him a gun if he gets his teammates involved. Miles Bridges, dog. Always mess with Miles Bridges, the Michigan kid, man. Michigan State alum. Where we at right now? Shout out to Miles Bridges. I just watched his podcast with Club 520 and Jeff Teague and them. One day I want to be on there. Shout out Jeff Teague, B-Hen, DJ, Mike. Shout out the guys, bro. They really inspire me to get back on my stuff. Hey, sometimes it's gonna be somebody else on here with me. I got some wireless mics. Might be Gavin. Might be Jack. Any of these guys that I live with, bruh. We could all do it. I like Trey Mann edition. He bringing that old 2000 swagger back to the league. Sort of like when Trey Burke did back in like 2017, 2016. It was really like 2018, 19. But you know what I'm talking about when it was him and Michael Beasley on the Knicks running the show. Nick Richards. That means my boy, Mark Williams. He not playing. They got Grant Williams, though. Like, they got what it takes. And they got the other Martin twin, Cody Martin, stepping into what his brother used to do for them, which is so elite. I remember when the Martin twins were in college. I called one game of them in college. And I think it was Caleb. Caleb was for sure was the one shooting threes, hitting jumpers. And I was like, bro, why they look exactly alike and play the exact same style of basketball? I was so young. I remember watching that game. Raptors, I don't know, man. We gonna see about them. They barely lost to the Nuggets. Nuggets are a wreck right now. But the Raps, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Grady. Who was that? Oh, Davion Mitchell. I forgot he got traded there for McDaniels. They got Emmanuel Quickly's not playing right now. But these boys got... Hey, the Raptors, they are good at developing. And if they get Emmanuel Quickly back, hey, they can make that push. I feel like Pacers are better than 13th. Sorry. They just are. Tyrese Halliburton's had a bad start to the year, but that team is better than what they seem. Bucks, as I already said, Bucks are going to be better. Pistons, we're not that bad. Cade Cunningham, good. We got vets. We have what it takes. Shout out the boys next door, screaming. Somebody finna go over there. Like, what's going on? But shout out the guys. Now I'm finna go through the West. Thunder. I've kind of already talked about the Thunder a million times because they are very well rounded, super young, but they got that playoff run out the way last year, and I think they're making a push. Shea's gonna do what he has to do. Shea and Tatum, I feel like, are gonna be those guys, along with my boy Anthony Davis for MVP. Shea, Chet, Lou Dort, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, Caruso, Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe Sniper. And who's not playing? Isaiah Hartenstein's not even playing. They're going to start him at the 5. They better. And Chet at the 4? Oh, my goodness. Thunder, man, I want to see them play the Celtics in the finals. Suns at 3-1. KD starting off the season elite. Same with D. Well, D-Book's had a iffy start, but KD on one. Beal's taking that back seat, which I like. He don't gotta have 25 again. Booker, good. Tyus Jones, I like that pickup, man. Even though he's not putting up crazy assist numbers, he is
going to facilitate the offense. Saint Ryan Dunn. I love this guy. I love this kid. I'm saying kid like he's not 2 years older than me. But he going to play defense and he going to hit threes. He was putting up a lot of shots over the summer to get that 3-ball right. And I like this about him. I like Ryan Dunn. He's going to be one of my favorites in the league for years to come because Lakers at 3-1. JJ Redick, you're a mastermind. Same team as last year, plus don't connect basically. And this is what happens when you start Rui Hachimura in basketball games. You let AD be the number one option. I'm saying it now. AD is the number one option. Elite, best big man in basketball when healthy. I've been saying this for years. People are like, man, what you talking about? Jokic is there, but right after him, I've been saying he's better than Giannis when healthy. Because you think about it, AD playing the 4, he hasn't played the 4 this year, but when he plays the 4, that's an elite work. Mavs 2-1. Luka's a gun right now. He's throwing up jumpers. They are beating Timberwolves though. I don't know. The addition of Klay Thompson is going to be very key for them. Well, it's 10 o'clock. That means I need to continue to. Anthony Edwards is going crazy right now. I'm going to get to them too. Luka, of course, 24. Kyrie's he's starting to turn it up the last couple games. PJ Washington, good to see him back. Klay Thompson is good. He's going to beat Klay, though. We know Klay. Klay going to throw up shots, and he's going to shoot a lot of shots. And if he makes them or misses them, he don't care. And that's how Klay's been for a while now. So Pelicans at 2-1. Elite. What Trey Murphy say? Tell her who better. That is insane. You know how hard I laughed at that clip. They got a tough team. DeJounte out, but when he back, they're tough. Clips, expected. I don't care. Paul George gone, Kawhi gone. James Harden gonna do it. Norman Powell gonna get his shots. Zubac having a good season so far. I like it. Wolves and Edwards show. Julius Randle show. Dante DiVincenzo off the bench. Naz Reid, Gobert, Mike Conley, McDaniels. They got a tough. Adding them two off the bench. Well, that one and Dante. Still having Naz Reid. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Telling you, dog. I like the Wolves, but it's going to be weird because they're not going to be able to stretch the floor like they did with Cat. So, Warriors 8, Steph's out. But when Steph's in healthy, they Warriors look really good. Like first 2 games they blew both teams out. So Rockets 2-2. I don't know, but the Rockets got too much young talent, bro. Jalen Green got that bag. He not going nowhere. I feel like Amen Thompson has a lot of upside. Get that jumper right. Great defender, great playmaker, great athlete. They got Steven Adams. It's gonna be good for them. Reed Shepard, I don't know if he's played much. That's why I said they got so much young talent. 10 Grizzlies, Zach Edey edition. They're 2-2, but I like it. Ja's not really on the gas pedal like that right now, so once he gets there, it could get spooky. I don't even think Ja played. He didn't even play last game and they almost won. Jay Huff, I love that guy. He's defensive-minded cat. I'm going to say that and leave it there. Jaren, Edey, I don't know. Desmond Bane is a dog. Been a dog. Scottie Pippen Jr. is so tough at basketball. Like, he's becoming a pure point guard before our eyes. Like his boy, Tyus Jones. Who, like, not even his boy, but he's reminding me a lot of a Tyus Jones. So, that's actually good for them. Because he's putting up 10 assists. And, like, he's actually distributing the ball at a very elite level right now. Which is rare in this basketball. Spurs, 1-2. Wemby season. Not much to say. CP3 going to find him. Stephon Castle, I mess with him heavy. I feel like CP3 is going to really help his development as a basketball player. And that is going to be good for the future when CP3 retires. And guess who's going to be running the show? Wemby and who? Stephon Castle. It would have been tough to see them with Rob Dillingham, but I feel like, I don't know. Everybody in that lineup plays defense, and I love Rob to death. I don't even know if he getting minutes, bro. That's tough. Did Rob play today? Like, this is actually getting me tight.
Like, Rob is really talented, but he's undersized, dog. He's undersized, man. But he's like a Kemba. Kemba can telling you give this dude Rob the green light. He could be a microwave. He could be a Jamal Crawford off the bench, like Jordan Poole type, mini. Kemba off the bench. Who doesn't want that? They need to reevaluate. Kings. It's gonna be tough with them, man. They got basically the same roster plus DeMar, but De'Aaron Fox, one of the clutchest players in basketball. Who else is one of the clutchest players in basketball? DeMar DeRozan. When it comes down to those shots, who's taking the shots? That's one conflict I see with them. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. Getting DeMar DeRozan is kind of forcing De'Aaron Fox to play point guard when he's really a combo guard, in my opinion. So, Nuggets. I don't know what to say about the Nuggets, man. They lost KCP. Basically, that's it. And they are folding. They got Russ, but Russ, I don't know. They act like Russ was going to go back to prime form. That jumper still ain't came in. That 3-ball still ain't developed. Russ, you older, man. Shout out to Russ, though. One of my favorite point guards ever, bruh. Never slandered Russ's name, ever. Never, ever called him Westbrook. Even when he's struggling, man, he's one of my favorites, but I got to tell how it is. He's not the player that they were expecting. Trailblazers just blew them boys out on 2K yesterday. Another team that I don't know what they are looking to achieve. Another team with a lot of young talent. Another team with a lot of the same positions. So, like Jeremy Grant, Kamara, Ayton, Simons, Avdia, Scoot, Chris Murray, Walker, Klingon, not to mention Shaden Sharp's not playing right now. A lot of teams in the league got, like, the two teams I feel like they have too much talent for their own good will forever, I say this every time, the Rockets. Trailblazers for sure are now one of those teams. They just can't put it together. Wizards, no. Them two teams. And then last but not least, the Jazz. Jazz are officially rebuilding in my book. Because last year people were like, are they contending? Are they trying to contend and go to the playoffs? But are they trying to tank? Like, when that's a question, the next season you either take off or you plummet. And they are plummeting right now. Lauri Markkanen, free you. Sign that extension. Should have went to Golden State. But hey, that's my take on every team so far. I should have did this preseason. But yeah, you know how I get. Shout out nobody who's been telling me to post videos. Nobody been texting me, man, where your video at, man? Why haven't you posted on YouTube? Why haven't you done anything? Why haven't you done this, that, and the third? Nope. Nobody. Shout out to me. Been locked in on school, but I took it up. I took it up on myself today and said, brother, you need to start making videos again so you can get this bag one day. And one day I will get that bag. Shout out to Shams. He took over for Woj. Guess who's gonna be next? That's what I want to do. I want to be the ESPN something NBA. I want to be the next ESPN NBA insider after Shams at this point. And I'm working toward it. Hey, trust the process. But until next week, hopefully, in Jesus' name, until next week, I'm out. Peace.